Hi everyone, Shane here from ComX, and we're doing the drink and draw tonight with, let me see, we've got Rob, Spedsy Lyle, Ed Kearsley, Peter Wilson, Isaac George, Duncan Prenovicius, Lee Chalker, Alex Major, and Dave Dye. So without any further ado, let's bring each of them on. Hello, Alex.
Oh, hello, Shane, and everybody else.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello, Zach.
next door.
Hey.
Hello, Lee.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Dave.
G'day.
And hello, Ed. And that's all
Hey,
we've got
that's
on at the
me.
moment. Everyone else is having technical issues.
Usually me.
So tonight, the theme is, I'll just bring this picture up, Final Dragon. So everyone tonight is drawing something to do with Final Dragon and chatting as we do it. So I guess we can just, while the other guys are coming in, we can just start. Oh, here's Rob again.
Hey,
Yeah, it's working this time. Yeah, you're working this
There
time.
it is.
I'm not the
I
only
like
one.
the
that
little
works
Dutch
myself.
angle you got going there.
Yeah, so,
Artistic.
thanks.
No, keep it.
It's because my nose goes off to one side. I can smell around corners. So if I have it on my good angle, my nose looks straight. But then when I look like this, it's like, oh, that guy's been punched in the face a lot.
Have you?
Yeah, I got one like that too. Don't
I got
worry.
punched in the face once when I was a kid, but it was a good one.
This is from footy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done anything tough. This is an easy life.
Right. I'm not sure I've met you before, Sloppy Tunes.
No, I've been out of the country for like 13 years, so I'm back recently to Australia.
Yeah,
But I
right.
used to do comics in the 90s and then early 2000s when Supernova was still called Comic Fest.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So,
Can we start drawing now?
Yeah, start
Oh,
drawing.
sorry.
Go for your life.
Oh, I have. Sorry, I didn't mean to be
everyone
rude. I just thought we were on the clock
Have
or
beers
something.
for the
Hey, you're on
drink
the
and draw?
clock. Cheers, everyone.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm
It takes
taking
me
some
days to
vodka.
draw a
in there.
bloody panel.
There we
mate.
go.
Very
Oh,
well.
you got
You know
it.
what?
Bloody long neck.
Oh, Tallies, that's the go.
Yeah.
They go
Yeah,
too
that'll
hot
do.
up here though in North Queensland, I tell you.
I asked for the biggest bottle in the whole shop.
Nice.
Right, so who's in North Queensland?
Me,
That's Lee.
Lee.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Well, my mum lives up in Cairns, so I used to go there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Did you like the tropical north?
I like the diving part. The other part, I was like, I don't know, I didn't really like. I don't know. It was like, I know how it is with your mum. It's not the most exciting part. She's all right.
Yeah. yeah. No, fair enough, man. You know?
No, I didn't go out much. So I didn't go. I just did family stuff there. So because like she's from she moved up there from Sydney. So
Yeah, cool. That's a big fucking change, mate. I tell you, coming from Sydney to Cairns, woo, Nelly, good on you. Fucking hell, that's a brave woman. But you know,
but she actually
fuck tomorrow.
didn't. She actually lived someplace between Port Douglas and Cairns in Newell Beach.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think I've been through there. I went up into the Daintree a couple of years ago with a mate and did all the 4-wheel driving and floodwaters and stayed at all the croc infested camps that are up there. Man, there's some really nice spots. I'll tell you, unbelievable. Ever get a chance to go up there, do it.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, we did do all the like the touristy stuff. Like I did go up the Daintree, and then also went to a bunch of kangaroo places as well.
Yeah.
So and a lot of people speak Japanese there. When I was there, this was like I was like late 2000, like 2007. I was there last time. So.
Yep. Probably a bit more modernised now, man, because North Queensland's got internet and shit now, so it's
I can't imagine.
They can take pre-bookings as opposed to, like people just rock up on their doorstep, like, man, I've been out bush for like a week, like I need somewhere to stay. Come into this health resort and You know, like see the butterflies and that's all that stuff goes on up there. But hey, that's cool. Whatever you're into, man.
Oh yeah, the butterflies. Yeah, I did go see the butterfly thing there, and they also had this little Port Douglas. They had all like the cane toad races as well.
yeah. Quality stuff, mate.
We'll be doing that soon down here. The cane toads are coming down here, I heard. They're heading down.
Yeah, they're getting more and more south every year, I think.
Yeah.
Mate, those things are the ugliest things ever. And they like, you can't keep pet food down or anything. You'll come out in the middle of the night and there's like this big cane toad the size of your head, you know, like sitting in a bloody bowl of dog food and stuff. And you're like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
My sister used to live in Bundaberg,
Oh, yeah.
on a 5-acre block out of town there, and at night the blooming cane toads. Summertime was when they'd be very active, and you'd be sitting there watching telly, and the cane toads would be jumping up against the window, catching the flies and stuff. Oh, the insects at night. You know, you just hear the constant flap as they're fighting over insects.
Mate, disgusting creatures. Like, I'm pro animal and stuff, and you know, good on them. But no, they do bad things to dogs too, mate. You know, like terrible things.
Oh, here we go. We've got someone.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's coming in.
Yep, Duncan.
Oh, there you go. Duncan's back.
And he doesn't seem to have a camera.
We call that pulling a Jerome.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh. Good on you, Rob. Rob, I haven't met you yet, man, but I've got to say, I sit down in the granny flat, particularly last evening, was it? And with Tam, my missus, we were listening to those interviews last night. She's the one that said you've got me in stitches, and you said I don't think I'm the man to see. I should probably go to a doctor or something to that effect. And geez, we chuckled, man. Yeah, that was a fun show last night. Good on you all for being part of that, because that was very funny indeed.
Yeah, it's weird because you said we haven't met, and I just. Yeah, you're right. We haven't. But I've watched so many of the live streams and stuff that you've been on, and I've read Battle for Bustle, and I just assumed we had met. But of course, we never have.
No, we have not, mate. But it's nice to meet you anyway, even through this, you know, cybernetically, I suppose, infused bloody thing.
Yeah.
But hey, beauty of technology is none of us would have ever met. None of these occasions would have ever reared their head.
Yeah.
And, you know, hooray for modern tech, and it's excellent to see your stuff. I actually really like all of your work, man, the whole lot of you. So I do like, you know, I do actually jump on the internet every now and then and like sort of look at what you're pumping out and stuff like that. So you're all very talented. So
it goes both ways, mate.
Thank you, Dave. No, mate, you're a champion too. You're a bloody legend. I've been looking at the stuff you're pumping out, and good Lord, mate, like you're a machine.
Yeah, Dave's freaking awesome.
You're putting the mockers on me now. I'm going to turn that doing a stick figure.
Perhaps that's part of my plan, Dave.
Well, while we're all together, I'd just like to say one thing that I don't know if you're aware of, but Spedsy has got a musical background. You've mentioned that in the interview.
Yeah.
You want to get onto his webpage and go and listen to his music. It's bloody brilliant.
Oh, right. Wow.
He can. Is that you singing, mate?
Yeah.
That you got 3 brilliant albums there, and I love them.
Oh wow! Thanks, man.
What was the name of your band, mate?
Mighty Boy was the name of my band back in the day. I mean, I was in a band called the Doggy Paddle Scandal, cover band called the Bryans, but my main band was the Mighty Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's cool, man. Well done.
Cheers. Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So it was obviously your lady that said in the chat, like, Rob, you were in a band, weren't you? And I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, do I mention it too much? And she didn't go.
Oh man, it's just a little personal joke that me and Tam had because I've watched you a couple of times and you talked about you being in a band, but I kept saying to Tam, he never tells me the name of the bloody band, you know. So that's why I was like hoping when I got you, like, Rob, please tell me the name of your band, you know. Like,
But it always goes
check
the same
this
way.
stuff
It's
out.
like, oh, the band was Mighty Boy, and everyone just does that. Because no one's heard of it.
That blank look. Ah, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
blank
man.
look thing.
Did you enjoy your time playing music and stuff?
Oh yeah, yes and no. Like, I mean, yeah, I only remember the good times, which is probably the good way to look at it.
Yeah.
There were ups and
What
downs,
did you do
but
in the band?
But
You like drawing more?
do I like it more? Probably. I like. There's no setup time. There's no carting stuff around the city. Late nights I just have to walk over to where my bed is. I don't have to drive home and with ringing ears and all that sort of stuff.
Next question. What are all those things you've got in the background, Rob? Like, are they comic books or are they DVDs?
That's all comics.
Or what are they?
No, it's comics, yeah.
Oh, they're all like trade paperbacks and stuff.
Yeah. And then there's boxes all across there and across there. It's a bit of a mess if you look too closely, but
that's a pretty solid collection there.
Yeah, that's a hell of a collection. You're all falling into my plan.
All my comics are in here.
Oh, you're all digital with that, are you, Alex?
Yeah, because I've been living out of a suitcase, so I can't carry I had to give up when I left Australia. I had to give up all my DVDs, my games, my comic. I had like 3 or 4 massive boxes of comics, not which for Rob is like I don't know, it's about 3% of his collection, and then and I had to donate that away because I was just like living from one country to another, and then now I'm back. But
Peter,
Peter's back.
Hey, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm here, man. How we doing?
We're still here, mate.
Awesome.
Good to see you, boy.
Hello, Peter.
Just admiring Rob's comic collection.
That's ridiculous. Look at it.
Yeah.
I thought mine was good.
Hey, question, Rob. What's out of all of that lumber you've got there, mate? Like, what is the one that, you know, really jammed it in there for you?
Why the Last Man is my favorite comic. The white one's just there at the end. But it's annoying. I'm not huge. Like, I like keeping my stuff nice, but I'm not everything needs to be 9.8 sort of guy. But volume 5 of Why the Last Man, I bought it brand new, but there's a page with a rip in it, like with like a chunk ripped off, and man. It bothers me. I haven't read it for years, but I just people are like, "What do you remember? What do you love most about Why the Last Man?" And the first thing that comes to mind is that torn page. And I was just talking about remembering the good things, but I don't know why I keep focusing on that. But there you go.
What's it called, mate? What's the title?
Why the Last Man? It's a story about it's why the letter why the letter Y, the last man.
Oh, Why the Last Man? Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
I think it's by Brian K. Vaughan.
That's right.
So how did you find it so fast?
Well, yeah, it's his favorite.
I suppose.
All right.
But it was just like you had this prepared.
And
so the guy's name is Warren, and he's the last man on Earth.
And who wrote it? Who's the worked on it?
Brian K. Vaughan is the writer.
Yeah.
And Pierre Guerrera is the artist.
And what's the art like, mate?
Oh, the art's great. It's really great.
And it's from it's one of those European jobs, is it?
It's American.
Oh, right, Yankee.
Dude, that's like Image or Dark Horse, isn't it? From memory.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Yeah,
Oh, really?
right.
My favourite.
Because
DC4
that was going to be a God. They've been pushing that for years to be a movie or a bloody
Yeah.
like TV
right.
show, but no one can nail down the story.
Yeah.
So, apparently.
Supposedly it's on its way.
Oh, cool.
Oh man, I hope so. Because
Right.
What do you mean,
As long
nail
as they
down the story, Lee?
As long
Sorry,
as they
mate?
don't feature it, should be fine.
Netflix came through and bought a whole bunch of stuff. They bought Black Magic. They bought Old Guard.
Devil's Toilet.
We can hope, Rob. We can hope.
We can hope.
For sure.
Did you do Did you do the Devil's Toilet? Did you, Rob?
Yeah.
No, that's mine.
What? You son of a...
You don't have a copy there, do you?
Well, I don't know how you suckered me in. I was just watching the live stream with you and Shane the other day, and you had it. I was stoked to see you had it sitting there.
I thought you might have a spare cover there to just hold up the screen.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I didn't prepare that well. I would have had, because I just looked at the file here. I thought I had Battle for Bustle sitting here too, but it's actually in my bedroom next to me.
See, I would have loved you even more, mate, if you would have busted that out.
It's in my bedroom because it's on my bedside table where I read it.
You know what? It's funny, but 90% of people that tell me they've bought the comic always say the same thing. It's on their bedside table.
I'd yell out for my wife to get it, but she'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
It's funny.
Well, yeah.
No, I was just going to say, imagine I had to describe the cover to her. It's the one with the like all the.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you put that cover into words?
You know, I don't know how the fuck that cover came out of me either, man. But you know, Gary says to me one night, he goes like, "Mate, you need a cover," and I said like, "Oh, okay." And I was doing a lot of painting at the time, and I just sort of whacked that out. And I still, to this day, don't think Gary is 100% behind it, but you know, it is what it is, man.
I got the black and white cover.
Oh yeah, well that cover was actually done by Beau Jardine. So I could walk over off camera now and get the original artwork for you and show you, because it's like, man, yeah, it's a nice piece of artwork. Yeah, I'm very proud to own that.
Oh, no way.
Work
Work in
in progress.
progress. Looking nice.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Did you get a head start, Zach? Oh golly, I'm way behind.
No, Zach's been quiet and not talking to everybody. He's been doing it. I've just been, I don't know. I'm still, where is this? Where does this work? This is how this works. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I switched to apps.
I can see yours, Ed. Alex?
Sorry?
Ed? Oh, yeah.
Oh, looking cool there.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Oh,
dude.
geez. Yeah. Coming along
Nice.
Is that mine?
Yeah.
Mine is him pulling a hamstring. Because if you remember the
Jet
cover,
Blue one.
the cover to the first ComX, he's doing that.
Hey, what?
The cover for the ComX Presents, where
He's doing the big kick.
he's doing the big kick. Yeah, so I'm doing the aftermath of that kick, where his hamstring.
Stuff he doesn't want you to see.
Karate Kid pose. He's often balancing on the log.
Oh,
Doing
right.
it also.
Yeah, I got
He's
you.
balancing sideways. Pretty impressive. Puts Daniel to shame.
Oh, I heard my name. What was that?
Sorry, not you, the Daniel, whatever the Karate Kid. Doesn't matter. Anyways, go on, move on. Move on. This joke didn't work. I tried it out, threw it out there, didn't work. Move on.
Righto, move along. Move right along there.
Just trying out new material. Sorry, guys.
One thing I actually remember from the Karate Kid, him being bossed around to like clean Mr. Miyagi's house, and him climbing to save the bonsai tree. It's my only recollection of all of that franchise.
You don't remember the wax on, wax off?
I recently watched the one where it had nothing to do with karate, the one where he went to China, the remake. And they completely, like, the writers and everybody was super lazy. Instead of having all these little creative things, like in the original movie where he's, cleaning the car, doing the fence, and then he just learns karate. He just repeats the one thing. He puts a jacket up and then throws it on the ground, picks it up, and he does that for like about 20 minutes, literally. And I was like,
sounds like an awesome movie.
No, it wasn't good. It was
like a Michael Jackson concert.
No, it gets a 3 out of 14.
3 out of 14.
Yeah, specific. I don't.
No decimal points.
No. No. This was just straight on, bang on 3 out of 14.
Okay, excellent.
What's that accent, Alex?
I think most of that is like expat living in China and speaking to a lot of Americans there. But some of it is Hungarian because I came to Australia when I was 14. So
right, yeah.
Sorry,
I would have picked it as European.
Yeah, so it's a bit of Eurotrash.
You said it, not us.
It used to be the show. I used to watch it when cable first came, when Foxtel first came, and they had Eurotrash, and I had Jean-Paul Gaultier was hosting it, and he was just showing just gross stuff in Europe.
All right.
I don't know if you remember, it was like on I forgot what channel. It was like on Foxtel when it was first, but they only had like 20 channels or something.
Well,
so you guys all from Queensland or
no, all around Australia. All around Australia.
Okay. Yeah. So anybody else from Sydney, or I'm waving the Sydney flag.
I'm Newcastle.
I am originally from Russia.
Really? I don't know.
Who said Newcastle?
Yeah.
I'm in Newcastle. That's me.
You, Pete.
Yeah.
Nova Castrian.
That's right. Only recently, the last few years.
Oh, okay.
I was in the Central Coast before.
Oh, right. Gosford or...
That's right.
Not Budgie Tukely.
Gosford, where angels fear to tread because they'll get mugged.
All right. Had any shark attacks up there lately?
We don't bother documenting them anymore.
Yeah, scare away the
truth. It happens.
Yeah.
Oh, who just dropped out? Oh, no, Lee. And he's back again.
Oh, there you go.
He probably went for a smoke.
Oh, it's a magician, mate, in the past life.
Now, this bloke wears the old gym boots. I had a pair of them when I was a kid.
Yeah, the old Chuck Taylors.
But these are pink. I wouldn't
They're
have
supposed to be red.
Red, is it? Yeah. Oh, okay. I never came in blue when I was a kid. What did you call them?
Red wasn't invented yet, was it, Dave?
when was red invented? Like 2003? I can't remember.
I think bloody Marx invented it, was it? Or Stalin? Yeah. One of them. Bloody commies.
I remember watching a doco on the Spanish Inquisition at one point, and the artwork that came out of that. They said that the reason why the portraits were so dark And if you do look at them, you know, if you ever have a gander or see something, you do notice they're like, man, they're really black on the outside and come in, if you know what I mean, to like quite dark colours.
Yep.
And they said because they still hadn't discovered things like yellows and reds that would mix with the colours.
Right.
I don't know if that is 100% correct, but I watched that doco, so God knows what they're teaching me on ABC. But you know,
yellow might have been
propaganda stuff. No colours in Spain.
Well, yeah, Goya did a lot of dark things, didn't he, during the Inquisition?
Yeah. Oh, that's, man, imagine the time that would go into like that sort of stuff. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm safe to
Unbelievable.
say I didn't think we'd be getting this highbrow.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've only got one eyebrow, mate. So I can't get any higher.
Yeah, why is it that the guy smoking a cigarette and drinking actual alcohol is the one that's making all the intelligent topics?
Well, you know.
Let's go.
He's right.
Let's go back to those shark attacks. What's up with them?
It must have been bloody hard to admit to being an artist. I mean, it's hard enough admitting to it now. All your mates are talking footy and, oh, I built a house on the weekend. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I drew a toilet. You go back to ancient Rome and they're like, oh, we just fought off the French again. And they're like, oh, I just drew a picture on the roof of the cathedral.
Of a toilet.
Yeah, of a toilet.
I pity that poor dickhead, mate, that, you know, designed the bird wings I'm going to fly. And, you know, what did the story say? Jumped up on the castle and had a crowd below him and stuff and launched off with these wooden, you know, duck feathered wings and just
The whole crowd did that.
into the ground. Yeah, man. Like,
The whole
there was,
crowd.
I suppose
That's a
there
bit
was
awkward
like
when it
50
doesn't work
people.
out.
I don't know, and a couple of sheep. No, I've got no idea about this.
I was trying to make
Extent of
it too.
He just hit the ground like a dart, so legend says, mate, you know.
You said he had the whole crowd blow him, so I was like, did they form a line? How did they even...
So is this streaming on YouTube or Pornhub?
I'm like, are we allowed to be?
I assume both, right?
Because then the whole pan thing, then why am I wearing pants?
You guys opened with a story of someone's mum and cans and stuff, so it was.
Yeah, she wasn't doing any of that stuff. She was. It was a whole story how it wasn't exciting. That was the point of that story.
Don't worry about it, Alex. He's playing with you, brother. It's all
Tony Menzies watching.
Be pardon?
What'd you say?
Tony Menzies watching. You just put a comment up.
Oh, is he? Oh, there you go.
So that's what happens. If somebody puts a YouTube comment, we get a little bit of a pop-up.
Yeah, from Facebook as well. We've got one from Facebook, watching from Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
Shout out.
I wonder if my friend John from Shanghai, he said he's going to tune in today, and I don't know. You better leave a comment so people know that I have friends there too, because I can't just brag about all this stuff and not have a backup. Good. Oh, there you go. Zach, say something so that way you can kind of slow down a little.
Talk about Xena.
Hands up for the next 5 minutes, I swear.
No. You can draw. Just like talk. That'll slow you down, so we can all catch up. So your turn to tell a story about sharks or bears or something intellectual. But I can't drop examples. I'm too
Talk
stupid.
about the colour yellow in old time Spain.
Yeah, that's a good topic, Dave. Who brought that up?
Well, I heard that's why the Spanish Inquisition drawings were so dark.
Yeah, Dick. Mate,
Because of
where have you come from?
You blokes watch the same show. Same reliable source anyway.
At least we figured out what was the biggest problem at the Spanish Inquisition. They didn't have enough colors to do drawings.
Yeah, that was it.
That would piss me off too.
Oh, give you the shits every day of the week, wouldn't it? I tell you. You want some sunlight? Fuck, I've got to use grey again, you know?
Yeah, because I have no yellows. So,
Indeed.
yeah, the little happy sun next to the building I just drew. I can't be happy without the yellows. So
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know,
scrunch up my paper and just go out and commit violence.
Mate, they
in the
wouldn't
name of...
sell bloody sunscreen if it was fucking grey, would they? Ah, dear. So what's everyone, yeah, apart from Rob, Alex, what's your favourite comic book, dude?
My favourite comic book?
I didn't know what that question was going to be.
Is it yellow?
It's got yellow in it. It's got yellow. Yeah, I mean, I always go back to Calvin and Hobbes all the time, but
yeah.
Oh, nice.
For real.
But I've been kind of like, I mean, I used to read, like when I was getting into comics, I used to read a lot of like a lot of image stuff. When I first got into comics, there was a lot of Gen 13, DV8, Witchblade, all these kind of stuff in high school, just you know, stuff with girls in it. And and I never got into the Marvel DC stuff because there's too much background, and I haven't got enough like attention for that kind of stuff. So I did that. Then I got into European comics for a while. So it's like a lot of like Black Sad and even like the what's it called, Le Petit Spirou. I even studied French for a while, so I was like, ooh la la, hoity toity. It's like, oh, I'm too good for English. And then kind of like once I started traveling, I was working in the business. I was like doing animation. I had a TV show in China, and I did like toys in Hong Kong. So I was doing always drawing, but I was so out of the loop because everything's blocked in China. There's no proper comic stores. There was one in Beijing that would order stuff from Diamond, but not in Shanghai. So. And because I was just there, so out of the, we used to do this. There was like a little community there, artist community, expats mostly, but Chinese people trying to learn English were there. And we did this comic series called Shaving in the Dark. It was like an anthology book. So I used to do, I used to do that. So for a little bit, and then I just deflected from the question. So
You have. Very
I'm
well
thinking the
done.
roundabout way. I just don't like comics anymore. Sorry, guys.
Oh, mate, to be honest with you, I haven't bought a comic in ages, man. I'm the same. I sort of, you know, you get motivated by those things you loved as a kid and stuff, you know, I guess. And that's why I draw. But yeah, no, me personally, I mean, I keep up to date with Aussie comic books and shit, but I don't buy Marvel comic books. Fuck that. Not into that sort of stuff, man. But each to his own.
Yeah, that's right.
But I have to say that, like, I've been out of like, because when I was here, it was like was just at the end of Platinum Grit stopped, Greener Pastures stopped. But I don't think they're doing. I mean, I've met all the guys before, Jason Polis and Tim McEwen and stuff. I'm still in touch with Tim. But then like there was like a little lull, and that's when I was doing comics. But then when I left, just before I left, like at the time Supernova started to blow up, and I was seeing like a lot of really solid local stuff happening. So that's why I really left, because I was like, oh, competition, I don't like that. So and but I've been back now for about a year, but because of lockdown, it's kind of I've just been locked up, so I haven't really gone out properly. But I went to King's Comics, and I've noticed that they haven't got like a section for new indie, like locally produced comics. So I don't know, where you guys just basically sell them at conventions like AusComX and Supernova and stuff like that, or is there like plenty of stores that carry them and they're just avoiding me?
Yeah, well, who'd you go to? King's Comics?
Yeah, I went to King's Comics because they used to buy my books. So I used to always sell my books there before at King's. And they had like a really cool little, they used to be on Elizabeth Street. And they had this cool little section by the counter.
Last time I went, long gone.
Yeah, and now they've moved to a new place. and it looks nicer. But the Aussie section is just Cyclone Comics and Killaroo Comics. And I'm like, it's great, but these were like still around when I was here, and I was like, where's all the new guys?
The new
Where's all
stuff.
the
Yeah. Well, they won't stock it. Some of them won't stock it, but I think my first 2 books. No, hang on. The first book I did, King stocked it for me. I think they sold 2 of them or something for me. But the next one they weren't interested in, and I haven't approached them since. But I think they've got new. They may have a new owner or manager now. What was there when I first approached him, and he might be. I don't know whether he's better or worse. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't have a little section anymore, and I was like, because they even had these cool little photocopy comics as well, and I was like, it's pretty cool. I thought they displayed them in a way so it didn't feel that out of place with all the mainstream stuff, or like I mean, I used to read a lot of like the slave labor comic stuff, like Milk and Cheese and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and that kind of stuff.
I approached a couple of the comic shops years ago, and they just really weren't too interested in stocking Australian stuff. So I just go to conventions and try and sell my stuff at conventions.
Interesting.
How's everyone's things going? I've just done my outlines.
There you go. You're doing better.
Nice.
I've only done a fist and a face.
Oh, better.
Looks like a Muppet. Looks cool.
Mine's still a bit of a mess.
Rob's also on Procreate. There you go, supporting Australian apps.
Is it Australian, is it?
Yeah, Tasmania, in Hobart.
I mean, I knew that. That's why. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's really weird that it's like this, such a mainstream app, and it's just some dudes in Hobart.
Yeah, good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
You're drawing, are you, Shane?
God, no.
I thought you were going to draw, mate.
It should be.
I should be, but if the only way I can draw is if I get rid of my keyboard. And if I get rid of my keyboard, I can't send messages to people. So I've decided that was more important than me drawing some horrible, horrible picture.
I want another sweet stick figure. One of your patented stick figures, man.
You do them so well.
Yeah, definitely D's, Danny. Definitely D's. Gotta love the D's. He stocks a lot of Australian.
Oh, yeah.
D's is good.
D's, of course. Yeah, no, Brendan at D's, and then Mal Briggs at Impact. Yeah.
Impact, that's in Canberra, right?
Yeah. D's
is in Canberra as well.
Yeah.
And Minotaur and All Star Comics in Melbourne are really good for if you want to get your comics into Melbourne.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, awesome. I've
been to Minotaur once in 2001, and I remember, I don't know if it's changed, but I remember it was pretty awesome because there was like an escalator going down, and they had like an upstairs. Like, I don't know if you guys...
Was that on Burke Street or Swanson Street?
I couldn't tell you. This was like 20 years
Street
ago, so this is when I had less grey hair.
They used to have 3 levels.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's where Comics R Us is on Burke Street now is where was one of the floors of Minotaur back in the day.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Who was that put up D's? Was that Danny Nolan?
Yeah.
Yeah, g'day, Danny.
Yeah, Danny's awesome. Good, awesome supporter of shops and creators. And
yeah.
Danny, pretty solid endorsement. Thanks.
A writer. I illustrated a story for Danny. We got Ledger Awards coming up. Must be coming up soon.
Oh, cool.
Anyone got anything in that?
They're doing it live this time, aren't they?
They did it last year, a live stream thing, and
no, I mean, it's in person. They're doing it in person.
I see. Right, yeah. Yeah,
Where
if
is
they
it
can,
held?
they
Is it
will.
held in Sydney?
I think it was last. It's been there for a couple of years now, so
Yeah.
they're probably going to do it in. Actually, it was at they had it at King's last year on the live stream.
Mm.
Pretty sure it was King's in Sydney.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah, I've heard early rumblings that there's a particular comic that's doing a clean sweep of the Ledger Awards.
Oh, is
Does it have a toilet in it?
Yeah,
I'm
some sort
trying
of
to guess.
like a
It's
toilet,
one, I think.
something. I'm just,
Something to do with the toilet. Yeah.
yeah, plenty of poop jokes, and they
Well,
said the headline's already been written. Like the toilet makes a clean flush of the Ledger Awards.
oh, man.
Oh, nice. Sophisticated. I thought we got to stop with the sophisticated humor here. I thought we're taking the brow a little bit lower.
Yeah, you definitely haven't met me before, Alex.
No, I haven't met any of you guys. I'm just.
We go back to the Spanish Inquisition and yellow.
Yeah. I think it's in Perth this year, apparently.
I'm remaining silent. I'm just.
Well, there you go. Danny just put up it's in Perth this year.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be Bruce Newtard's over there. And I think he's got a fair bit, he may have a fair bit to do with it, perhaps.
Oh, okay.
He'd be a judge, one of the judges.
Wouldn't Gary Challoner be also involved?
Well, I think he finished up last year.
Oh, okay. So was it some? Yeah, and I saw him in
this one's
Sydney.
for you, Ed.
Do what?
Bogan
Yeah,
Robot.
that's Taylor.
Yeah.
Hi, Taylor.
Keep it up. Good man.
There you go.
Trying to join the live chat.
He was trying to join some for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, he's out drinking
Invitation only.
instead, so
Yeah, he's out drinking. That could be the confusion. Where the confusion started.
No, I think he means he's
So
out
what-
drinking us, like he's drinking more than us.
Oh, out drinking. Okay, yes.
Everyone's
Yeah.
drinking too slow.
I don't know.
I've already
Had
finished
that
one,
happen?
so I finished one.
Oh, all
I
right.
finished one beer. Oh, I thought you finished a drawing. I was like, oh,
No drawings. No drawings. Maybe next time. Maybe I'll give the giraffe a go. Just, I think
Is
the
that what
karate
you-
guy's easier, but I'm going to give the giraffe a go.
You, whatever euphemism you're comfortable with. Don't worry, honey. I'm just giving the giraffe a go.
I can just imagine. I can see the giraffe just like all stressed out, going like, "Oh no, not again!"
Yeah.
Squishing the butt cheeks, hoping nothing will come in.
Yeah, no,
What cup can I put in there?
just put it in the can.
I told you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Everything all right, Shane? You got some kind of.
Oh,
pulled
yeah,
off?
sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm communicating with my drink supplier.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Oh, look at living the fancy life.
The fancy
right,
life,
you're
yeah.
showing off,
Living the
yeah.
fancy life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get my own drinks.
You live with Dan Murphy. That's pretty awesome.
Where am I?
You're just there.
Hi.
That's Kerry.
Okay.
I'm the one that Shane's always talking about. How much she loves me and stuff.
Rob's just saying he's the one I'm always talking about.
But it's not talking, it's usually whinging, isn't it, Shane?
Well, I like to use talking because it's a more polite word.
Yeah.
Good self-esteem, bud.
Yeah, so I'm being quiet for the last 3 seconds. I'm just trying to catch up with Zach. There you go.
Oh, flying through. Is that inking?
Yeah, I'm inking now.
Oh, nice.
Fuck's sake.
So what we'll do when we hit the hour,
Mhm.
we'll go pens down. No, we don't have to be that strict. But
Now, I'm probably going to have to go off stream and then drink less, and I might finish it off a bit because I can't add color. I don't have enough time to add color and stuff.
How long have we been going now?
47 minutes.
No, right.
What?
We only got 15 minutes
No
left.
way! I don't have anything
serious.
worth showing.
You got 13 minutes. Nice lucky number.
Oh man,
geez.
mine is a mess. Look, it's just a white screen.
Oh, you've
Looking
started
excellent.
doing it. You've restarted, mate.
I'm sort of cheating. I'm like, well, if I'm going to draw him, I may as well start on my cover for issue 2.
Oh,
But I was fairly ambitious to think I could do a cover in an hour and talk shit at the same time. And I don't know what's
That's
up with his.
cool.
Look how long his arm is compared to his head. This is like a back to the drawing board type situation. And I'm literally at my drawing board.
Everyone's feeling the pressure now.
yeah,
Feeling
that's
pressure.
right. Well, no talking. Just
12
knuckling down
minutes and
again.
ticking.
I'm not wasting time. I'm not wasting time with my commentary. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
I know somebody should talk though.
Probably should be since I'm not drawing.
Yeah.
I think it's like a pretty boring stream if we all just like heads down.
well, let's talk about the color red.
It's a recent invention. I don't know if I know enough about it.
Well, Dave was there when they came up with it. What was that day like, Dave?
Yeah.
I thought Dave
So,
dates red.
Dave, what was the actual, thing that you came up with red that day?
Like,
With
did the
what?
Prime Minister come to your house and like they were cutting a ribbon and like the ribbon was green and you're like, you know what, this ribbon would look good if it was red.
Yeah.
There's a
roll-
bit of a complementary colour in there. So, yeah.
They rolled out the blue carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll out. The blue carpet just doesn't have the ring as the red carpet does. Like, if you went to an award ceremony and they said, "Fucking here you go, mate, here's the blue carpet," you'd be looking around going, like, "Here's the real one."
It's a really
I'd be okay with it. I don't know. I wouldn't discriminate against blue like that.
Oh no, neither would I. I'd still walk on the carpet, but like you may have a moment of like, oh, I thought it'd be red.
As a guy who's never won anything, I'd just be pretty stoked to be at the award show. I wouldn't be hanging shit on the
I'd
carpet.
be happy, mate. I'd be happy on welcome. One of those welcome mats you get that you wipe your feet on.
Lee, you sound like somebody who would refuse an Eisner Award on a blue carpet. You'd be like, I'm not going to San Diego if the carpet's blue.
That's right.
Mate,
Has anyone ever actually refused that Eisner Award?
oh,
I don't know.
Well, I haven't been offered one yet.
People only refuse them. Things only get refused like that if it's some political, thing. I'm not doing it because of the. I don't know.
Can't be anti-establishment as Alan Moore.
What's Alan Moore? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
That's
probably
what
would. He's the type that would refuse it.
Yeah, mail it to me or something. I'll cast a spell and it'll come to me.
Alan Moore just signed an ongoing publishing agreement with Image, I think.
yeah, I see that for 5 novels or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well,
Yeah.
My coach still salty right to Watchmen. Yep, okay.
do you blokes watch the cartoon Kayfabe or comic Kayfabe, whatever it's called?
Cartoonist kayfabe, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a pretty good show.
I love it. Yeah, really interesting.
Okay,
I have
so
some
Brian,
good stuff.
empty outfits, people.
I think we should go back to the Spanish Inquisition because that's getting the audience hyped up.
Yeah.
Well, I got a strange request here from Tony.
Yeah.
I think that would kill. I think that would kill the ratings.
Yeah.
I'll
think
grab a guitar, Shane, and you just start going.
You think my drawing's bad? Wait till I sing. God.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know because
Well,
I was in a band.
I thought you were drawing that.
Wow, you've just flown through that drawing there, Zach. That's just.
I
No,
I was impressed before, but now.
Here's my one that I drew just then.
Oh, yeah, Red.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just wrote this while you guys were drawing.
Oh,
I
nice.
typed that out real quick.
Did you make the
So you
paper
could
as
have finished that cover in an hour, Rob, but you've been too busy
Yeah.
novelising. Fantastic.
Yeah,
It's impressive that we're doing comics. Stick to the task at hand, please.
yes, exactly.
Typical comic book artist is always writing novels when they should be drawing.
In his spare time.
It's an easier art form, isn't it? Comics are the highest. They're the hardest. Anyone can bash out words.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, words are dumb.
Words and pictures? Come on. That's where the challenge is.
That's what it's all about.
It's twice as hard.
Oh, Lee just dropped out. Let's see if he can get back.
Well, he's probably going to get another durry or.
Oh, looks like he's back, and I'm just being a horrible host.
It doesn't matter, man. You're awesome. It's my North Queensland internet.
Ah, yes.
And probably the satellite that I've got in my skull. You know, big
Ah,
metal bone of a thing.
chunk
it
of
is.
metal, yes.
Are you in Townsville, are you, Lee?
I am, Dave. Yeah, mate. Yeah. You ever been up this way?
On exercise or on my way to exercise when I was in the army.
Yeah. What do you think of the place?
Nice. Quite humid when I was there, quite warm and sultry.
Certainly is, mate.
I didn't get much time to get into town. I think I went into town once the whole time. The rest I was at the Laverack barracks and
Yep.
Rocky's the most north I've been.
Bundy.
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky. Right. Yeah.
Where's Rocky? I've never heard of that.
Rockhampton.
Rockhampton.
Wow.
Central Queensland, then.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
most
I've been all the way up
Sydney.
north from Port Douglas down to Hobart. This is what happens when you're a foreigner. You see more of Australia than the locals.
It's probably true. But no, the most south I've been is Sydney, and that's not just living. I'm talking visiting.
Yeah?
That's it for the whole world. Sydney to Rockhampton.
All right.
Is that the only two places you've been?
No, between those places.
Tasmania is actually really nice. We went there with some friends and we just rented a car and just randomly just road tripped it for like 6 days. And then we just camped out in the bush, got attacked by wombats.
Wombats.
Yeah.
That's the real story. Go back to that.
Yeah, no.
Well, the colour red was already
totally
invented at the
with you,
time,
man.
so it was less
Alex,
exciting.
Please explain the wombat attack myth. Like that would be cool to hear.
Yeah, no, we were some friends. It was funny because it was me and another Hungarian dude and a Czech dude and a Malaysian businessman who thought we were kidding when we said we're going camping.
That's a group
start
of
of a
people,
joke.
mate. You know?
Yeah. I
So what
struggle to
happened
have
after
real
you walked
friends,
into
so I
the bar?
just whatever random person. But yeah, no, he was like a co-worker of a friend, and he said we're going camping to Tasmania, and he thought he was kidding, but we were like outright camping. We didn't book anything; we just bought some tents, and then he was like just dressed nicely, thinking we're going to be in like some kind of resorts, and then we're just driving around randomly, and he was like grumpy for about 1 or 2 days, but then he really got into it. Like, you know, it's like, you know, there's like 4 straight dudes in a car. We just gonna fart a lot and tell a bunch of stories, and he was upset. And then he got in, and then he also joined in on the farting contest. And then he goes, listening. That's what dudes do when they. That's the boys' time. And then we ended up
You think there's
finding.
girls listening?
I'm sure there are. There's Anyways, so we went. We rented
I'm sure
this
there's
car.
girls out there who clicked the wrong channel there, Rob. I'm sure there's.
There's eight dudes on camera. Like one of us is bound to pull in the girls. But anyway, so we were in the car. We drove. We found this place. It's a 2 hours hike for camping. So, that's great. So we hiked for 3 hours. Couldn't find a campsite, but we found some place that we could probably camp. But I think it's illegal to do that. But Eastern Europeans don't care about the law, so we just set up our tents some random bush area, and we went down chasing the kangaroos. We thought they were fun, so we went to just look at them. There's like a ton of little wallabies, I think there were those. Yeah, they're wallabies, small kangaroos, wallabies. And then we went back and we saw wombats and we scared the wombat, and then he just ran off and then crashed into the dude's tent and dragged the tent for a little bit, a couple of meters.
They're a pretty solid animal, the wombat.
Yeah,
Very
no.
solid.
Yeah, I did not know they run that fast, but then the ranger told us, we talked to later, we didn't tell him what happened, but he just random talks about wombats, and then he told us that they run really fast. I think he said like 30 kilometers an hour or something. I don't know.
Oh wow!
I think
I always thought they moved so slow.
I think they but he said they can't move left or right.
Wombat off, you know. If you piss them off, you know.
Anyway, the point of the story is we never got to know his name because he just ran away too fast. So,
Right.
Looking good, Zach.
So I hope the tourism board of Tasmania appreciates this free plug.
Yes.
Oh, mate, the free plugs that have been thrown out today, it's like, cans and,
The colour yellow.
The colour yellow. That's the biggest plug of them all, Zach. Like, I'm gonna throw whatever I got behind yellow, mate, for fuck's sake.
Okay, so the progress stuff. So there you go. Here's more karate stuff. Where is it? There we go. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
You got a backpack on, has he?
Sorry? Yeah, backpack. No, it's
on.
just.
Oh,
No, he's just got a hump.
All right. Okay.
nice, Ed. Nice.
Beauty,
Ed,
mate.
did you start that tonight?
Yeah.
Dad just said.
Holy shit! I thought I was fast, but I
No, you're
clearly not.
No.
That was ice cold, man. What was it?
That was
Yeah, it's funny. The voice from the distance.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's rad.
Nice one, Dave.
That's
What
cool,
I'll do
Dave.
is at the end, I'll bring everyone's
You're
screen
all
up to
good.
full so you can see everyone's a bit better. I'll do you one at a time.
Oh, here we go.
No, it's better off being small. You can't see all the problems with it.
Yeah, not everybody's proud of their work, Shane.
They should be.
I'm not
Look at that.
super comfortable
Always
with
there to
you
pick
doing
us
this
up.
one at a time.
Fine, we'll do the full orgy then, Rob.
There you go. Now that I can get behind.
Or someone's
You'll
going to
probably,
be fine.
you'll probably have to, mate, if it's one of those things. You sick bastard.
Nah, I'm a bottom. What? Oh, sorry.
Well, it's been a learning curve tonight, hasn't it? We came here for an hour to draw pictures, and the amount of topics have been awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very educational.
I've enjoyed this evening, gentlemen.
Anything else besides the colors for the
Likewise.
Spanish Inquisition? Anything else in the documentary?
The wombat speed.
Oh, the wombat. Yeah, that wasn't a documentary. That was just real life. That was more like a real life jackass moment.
Oh, mate.
Oh no,
We're almost on the hour, guys. So
We
Oh,
should
well,
be
that
up for a
colours-
tourism award and everything. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I went to the Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair. Was it last weekend or weekend before? It's gone. Days,
I can't remember.
weeks and
I think it was
days
last
just
weekend.
go too quick. But it was a
I
one-day
think that
event.
Was it good?
Yeah. People went there to buy comics and toys and comics. It was mostly there wasn't many independent comic creators there. Not as many as usual. I had a pretty good show and sold a lot of stuff, thank goodness.
Oh, nice.
good.
Zach.
Awesome.
Good, mate.
So if you get a chance to get along to them, I reckon maybe people are wanting to buy some independent comics and that. So if you get a chance to get to the small shows, it's a good thing to get to and try and flog your stuff off that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've got to get off my butt and start documenting where all these small events are. And finding them first and then documenting them.
I
Actually, the
think
small
Goss was having
events are a lot better.
Yeah.
The small. I went to Comic Con a couple of times, and I just thought it was a really tough time there. Like the only people that can enjoy themselves who are just pure fans, or you're famous already. But if you're like someplace in the middle or below, like we were
Supernova kind of like it's like going to a big Sting store now. Supernova.
Yeah,
it's like going to a big Sting store. It's all kind of just pop vinyls and King's Comics, and that's about it.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? It was still like I went there 3 years ago. I was there, Supernova in Sydney, and it was still pretty okay. I thought we still had a pretty good stall, and there was still traffic was okay. I mean, it's really where traffic goes because there was still a pretty big space for creators. Like, so if you're like looking for indie stuff, but I remember like Comic Con, like when I was in San Diego, it still had like there's a lot of space for indie people, but just not where the traffic goes. Like the only reason there's traffic there is because everything else is packed.
Yeah, and a lot of people, those supernovas and that they don't turn up to buy comics. They turn up to do cosplay and go get a signature from or whatever movie stars there or something.
I go there for Artist Alley.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I go there for cosplay myself.
I know Gosford had
I just dress up as a Chim Pokemon for the kids.
Nice.
I've never actually been to a Comic Con or anything like that because I'm from Townsville. We're fully isolated, man. So, you know, we have this thing called a Magneticon.
Yep.
That comes and goes, you know, like it's on every year for 2 years and then it misses a year or two, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I've never actually like walked in the door and experienced the whole like cosplay. That's my little fella down here. But I've never experienced that whole cosplay walk in the door and okay, wow, righto. You know, like I don't know if I'd like it or not.
And I reckon you'd like. You know what you'd like? It's Angoulême in France. I went there once, and is I've been to a bunch of comic conventions around the place, and that's been the most pure. Like if you like comics, that's comics. Like they have all these like the street like Angoulême is like if their street name signs are all in word bubbles like comics. So
isn't the whole town the
the whole town's. Yeah, the whole town's a convention.
Crazy.
It's not like a little. They have like a couple of venues, and then but they also like the church. You go to church there, and the church is like selling comics as well, or exhibiting comic pages.
Amazing.
So it's like the last time I went to church, but it was a good. But like if you have to do one expensive trip for a comic convention, that's the one I'd recommend because San Diego, it's just a bunch of I don't know, it's an ad. It's a big advertisement there. It's okay, but
So which one did you name then, Alex?
Angoulême is the one to go. Angoulême.
Who?
Angoulême.
Angoulême.
Angoulême. Angoulême.
Angoulême. And what country that's in?
France.
France, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a big town. When the comic convention comes in, the population doubles.
Can I ask a question of you, Alex?
geez.
Something.
Yeah.
You've spent time in France and stuff like that? Because yes, is that correct from what you've been saying?
No, I just literally went there for the convention. So I went there once for 5 weeks looking for work, and I didn't find work, and I came back. Because I was working at Disney. Disney used to have a studio in Sydney, so I used to work there. I took a 5-week holiday, and I thought I'll go to France, find a job in 3 weeks, and give them my 2 weeks notice from France. Just called them up to I quit, but I just came back. Nothing happened. My French is not good enough to live there, so I was like, because I'm dual citizen, so I have an EU passport, so I can rock up anywhere in Europe, and then go like, oh yeah, I'll collect your welfare.
I was interested just to wonder how, like, that Netflix show or whatever the TV show was that comes on Australian Netflix of Snowpiercer. Like, I actually read the comic books, the French comic books, I don't know, like 5-6 years back, and actually really quite liked them. And was just wondering if that was a big thing over in France, because they certainly advertise it as being like one of France's, number 1, 2 comic books. It's well. Anyway, it doesn't. But it's well worth checking out the comic book. Perhaps not the TV show, but the comic book is awesome.
I'll have to check it out. I've been missing out. It's like I was there last time I was in France was a long time ago. It was like in 2004. And then I worked for French companies in Shanghai, so I hung out with them and got. But yeah, I've missed out on a lot of that. So most of my the last when I was abroad, I spent a year in Europe, living in Poland, and I was like a couple of months in the UK, and I was in Scotland on a film very briefly, and then I was mostly Shanghai for 8 years, and then Hong Kong and Korea and stuff like that. So Korean comic conventions were full on. Like I haven't seen cosplay like anywhere more professional in my life than I did in Korea.
Wow. All right.
But this is not the cosplay crowd, so next topic.
Yeah.
Well, the next topic is it's been an hour, guys.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh no.
Anyone want to volunteer to be first? Yeah,
I'll go first.
Oh, we got Ed. I'll just push you up to the top screen.
And then
make you. Oh, nice.
There you go. A lot of blood.
Oh,
there you go. This is what happens when red's invented.
Yes.
Dash of yellow would have served as well.
Awesome, Ed. Awesome.
Thank you.
This is Ed's baby, though, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Any volunteers, or should I just go through the list?
Hang on, I'm just
I'll
going
go
to
for the
dab
list.
a little bit of
Oh, no,
black.
We got one
Zach.
here. We got one here, and I got to figure out how to press the buttons correctly.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's really good.
Oh, that's a good one.
Great hair. His face looks really good too.
Yeah. Nice, Zach. Very well done.
That's cool.
Both drawings look wicked.
Tight.
Well done, gents.
Just let me wash my brush out of you.
Yep. Any other volunteers?
I still got.
Start going through the.
Might as well
Come on, there you go.
Ready?
Sorry, Ed, I forgot his shoes, mate.
Okay. Yep. I'll just boost you up. Oh, cool.
It's a bit crooked. Hang on. Maybe if I go
That's
like
good
this.
too.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
So like a one-finger death punch.
Flicking a bunch of bricks away.
Oh, nice.
Kapow.
Kapow. Yes.
Peter
That's
Wilson, that's
Very
cool,
cool.
too. And you were delayed there, man. You had no feed and stuff. Like, that's wicked. Well done,
Cheers,
dude.
man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Lovely, mate.
And I forgot his shoes, Zach. Sorry, mate.
That's sick.
Shoes are overrated, anyways.
Barefoot.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it.
Barefoot one. Oh, you got 5 toes there? Or 4?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Yeah, well, I sort of figure there's this thing up in Townsville, man, where dudes wear like a football sock up and a football sock down. So I just thought I'd throw a bit of culturalism in there. And grant, one sleeve down and one sleeve non-existent, So.
Does that mean they've got a gun when they do that?
Well, I don't know, Zach. It's a comic book, mate. They could do whatever they want if they want to.
I was talking about the guys with the footy socks. One up, one down means they've got a gun.
Does it?
It's a joke. No, it's a really really funny joke. Yeah, don't worry about
it. In my solitude, I guess I missed that one. Sorry, champion.
That's
Very
awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah, I hope that's okay with you, Ed.
Dave,
It was
you
a
look like
pleasure
you're ready.
drawing it, mate.
That looks rad.
Your turn, Dave, if you're ready.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Loving the hair.
Oh. Nice.
Awesome, Dave.
Yeah, I
work,
was about
mate.
to say that. Line through the air.
Yeah, the cool detail. I like the little rips on the belly there.
No.
Probably my abs inspired the last time when I had to switch. So I'll take credit for that.
That's fucking awesome.
Thanks, mate.
Cool.
Thank you very much, fellas.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just a second. I'll just
Okay.
quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
we'll go.
finished it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that doesn't come up too bad on the screen. I was a bit worried that the screen didn't come up well on the camera.
What's the alien pointing at?
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm guessing, no? Or is it got a probe in?
It looks like he's going for the finger probe.
It seems to be an alien, Alex. So I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really think about where that hand ended up.
Is that why he's in pain? I understand now.
Yeah. Close up.
Such a big pervert.
Oh, there you go. Very handsome. Okay. I think I'm the only one left out, or somebody else?
You're the only one left, Alex?
Okay, cool. It's not finished, but anyways.
That's okay. Whatever you could do in an hour.
Okay, cool. So here he is. Where is it?
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So
That's awesome, Alex.
Wow.
I just had to add a bit of Euro trash to the
So
top,
good.
so it's a bit. So. He's playing what we call football, or what you guys call, I don't know, whatever.
Soccer.
Sport.
Soccer.
Yeah, I know.
Trash was a
Okay, anyways,
That's awesome.
That's great drawing,
I
Alex.
don't
Well
even know how
done,
to
mate.
aim it properly at the camera. So there you go.
Nice.
Yellow. Yellow.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
So I'm going to add
yellow.
just adding
Yellow
shadows.
is
That is- I didn't want to say anything.
It reminds me of a post Spanish Inquisition painting because it's
Oh.
Yeah.
Basically, after this, I'm traveling back in time and I'm going to make all those fuckers jealous. So look at this red and yellow.
Yeah, look at all this yellow I got. Torquemada will lock you up, mate.
Yeah, see this iPad, you can't have it. And then I'll just go back in my DeLorean and get back to
Yeah, it's
2015.
That's awesome. Well
Awesome,
done, guys. I'm
That
really
was
impressed.
excellent
That's
night.
cool.
Thank you very much.
Cool, no worries. Very nice to meet you guys. Very glad to chat with you guys, and awesome.
Yeah, back
I
at
hope to meet you guys in person at a convention or at a pub or the police. It's all good.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Hopefully we get a chance.
That's cool.
Cool.
Thank you,
So,
guys.
well,
that was cool.
Thank you.
As I was going to say the F word, but look, to hell with it. It was as cool as fuck. Thanks very much. That was excellent. Love to meet you. So,
It's okay.
yeah,
This channel is ticked. This is not for children, so
Oh, okay.
we're sweet.
Woo!
good.
Now
There goes half my
I'll
audience.
sleep better tonight. Woo.
thanks, fuck.
Did you want me to play the outro music because I was in a band? So
Yeah, come on, Rob. Bust it
Hell
out.
yeah, Rob. Come on.
Yeah. Come on, Rob. You have a guitar
Yeah,
in
you
that
have
room.
to.
I reckon you would.
Oh, it just happened to have
why
one
did I
there.
step? I was actually just joking, but yeah. No, I think Ed was going to play the bongos on some of those globes behind him.
Oh,
Rob, if you need a triangle player for your band, just say.
Yeah.
What is that, Ed, behind you? Is that the universe? You got all the planets there, have you, mate?
These are my wife's She collected a bunch of globes.
Oh, they're all the atlas. They're all the world. They're not different planets. Oh, okay. I thought you might have the universe or something.
No,
the whole planetary system.
It's a collection of.
It's the
different
multiverse.
types of globes. Yeah,
It's the multiverse.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
They'll be starring in the next Doctor Strange movie.
Oh,
So you just randomly walk
just
into
went-
like a variety store and like, oh, there's a globe, I'll grab that for her, you know, like, or is it a personal choice of hers to choose whatever globe she likes?
they're from antique stores and markets and stuff. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
she just
So you actually like,
collected
yeah, right.
at the top of the thing.
mm.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Everyone's got their own thing, eh? That's cool.
Yeah.
How often do you have to
Surprised
explain
me,
it?
because you haven't said much tonight. So like, you haven't said much tonight, mate. So I just wanted to bombard you with questions.
But normally on my
Bet you're
live
a hell of
streams,
a
you can only
drawer,
say
mate. Good
this
on you.
much. So
Yeah.
thanks.
No, that's cool.
Well, I don't know how to end one of these. So
what's the next thing?
I
for
thought
the
Rob's
next-
gonna just play us out.
Next week, yeah, good point. Next week, I haven't got a thing made up for it yet, of course, because I don't know who's going to be there yet. But next week, the theme is Vivian Jones, occult detective.
Ooh, the giraffe.
Giraffe. Yes,
He smokes a pipe. You're gonna love it.
he smokes a pipe as well.
Right. Okay.
You got to spend all week practicing drawing pipes.
It's always good to be challenged.
The main goal was to piss off Happy Harold. That was it.
Right.
I'm going to start
Nice.
drawing now.
So
What, the giraffe or?
Rob should start now.
I mean, I technically have. The giraffe was going to be in the background of this picture. So
You have to come with something.
There we go. We got a nice comment there. Someone's watching.
thanks, Taylor.
Right on, Tyler. Taylor.
so there's
Good on you, mate.
Vivian's in the
Yeah.
was going to be in the background.
Ah.
Does that count? If I haven't really started.
Oh, I can see it there.
Polish it up a bit, and we've got ourselves a cover.
Oh, not on camera. I wouldn't polish it on camera. That's disgusting.
That's already been marked not for kids, so you can go for it.
Yeah, there you go.
And I did watch back the bit where we were on live stream the other night, and we made a euphemism sort of thing, and then you just said penis. I did find that delightful.
There's that's me front page of me noir story.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow!
Oh, it's really
Shane,
good.
can you-
Dave, you're killing it.
Make it full screen, Shane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I haven't got quick enough reflexes there.
You're right, bud. Oh, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
Wow.
awesome.
That's awesome, Dave.
Uh,
Yeah, that looks
Dave,
really good.
question to you, man. I like you were talking to Shane the other day about like Ben Sullivan doing old school stuff. Like, what's your like? I like your stuff, man. What's your paintbrush and greys? You like pencils? Like, what particular
Yeah.
pens do you like to ink, or what do you do, man? 'Cause
I
it's
usually
beautiful.
use often. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of my lines done with that.
So you're
gonna-
an Indian ink dude. Yep.
Yeah. Bottle Indian ink, and a brush.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
I've got,
And you ink.
I've got
What
a
do you
few-
prefer to ink with? Like the
This one's. I don't always. I've only just recently started to put grey washes in.
Yep.
But the because I just used me when I'm inking.
Yep.
I wash me brush or me nib every now and then just to stop it clogging up because Indian ink's very thick.
Yep.
And you've got to wash your nib every now and then.
Yep.
Wash the
I-
tip.
I tell my son the
clean
same thing.
Yeah, and then start again. And every now, when you wash your brush every now and then, of course, and your water, the water here gets pretty black, and that's
Yep.
what I use to do my greys.
Oh, cool.
So the grey wash is just the dirty water.
I've got a few of your comics, man. I'm a huge fan.
Very cool, Dave.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've got to go back. I'm going to put some more blacks
I've got
in
a
this.
few
It's
of your
going to be more dark, more noir.
Yep.
But they're most of my tools I use. I've also do my own lettering. Of course, I've got one of these Ames guides.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right.
Ames guides. And initially where are we? Here. I've got a blue lead in there, blue graphite. And I put, because I'll have trouble with my hands, I'm getting old and I've got trouble with my hands, and I tend to grab the pencil for too long doing these sort of strokes, and they cramp up after a couple of hours or whatever. I hollowed out a champagne cork and I stick me.
Fair dinkum, mate.
And that just gives a different angle for me took me a little while to get used to it, like half an hour, but now I'm pretty natural to hold that now. And I don't get that pain in my hands.
That's really clever.
Yeah. So that's helped me. If anyone has that sort of problem, just try that. Just drill it out with your drill.
Nice.
That is awesome, Dave.
And this nib here, that's a post office nib. That was my old dad's. He had a box of these in his. That was the first nib I ever drew with. That type of nib. That's the one I use for me lettering in that.
Yeah.
Wow. That is some solid lettering.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Does that
That's
just
the master of
terrify
work.
everyone?
Does it what?
What's that?
The fact you can letter that clean just terrifies me.
That's good. The Ames guide. It does
It's more
the lines.
cleaner than the fonts I use.
Yeah.
Dave, that's outstanding, man. Thank you for that. That's awesome.
That looks
I
great.
love learning how other people do their thing, man. That's great.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, I love to
Thanks, man.
hear what people do and how they do it and all that. It's we all got our different ways, and I vary a lot different times and stuff. Always experimenting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to hear what how you blokes go about doing your work as well. What do you usually?
I use this iPad. It's got a push comics and button, and then comics are made, and I take credit and make all the fat cash.
You guys are getting fat cash?
Yeah, I can't get real. It's a new blockchain cryptocurrency thing. I use it to mint my NFT.
What are you using, Lee? When you ink?
I use basically. I've changed over the years because I've been doing it so long. But at the moment, I've picked up these Faber-Castell manga black and white pens that come in varying. You get your extra smalls and your 0.1s and your 0.5s and all that. So I tend to find that with inking, I like that. I use a lot of paintbrush. I don't tend to use the paintbrush on the actual characters. I use it more in the background. I love grey wash. The grey wash, as you said, Dave, comes from the water that you dip your pen into as well. But this is going to sound probably horrible, but every now and then, because I like to smoke cigarettes, I can't find the ashtray, so I occasionally drop a cigarette into the water, and I can forget to change that water for a couple of days, mate. So it just develops with colour, and I think there's quite a bit of tobacco in the original drawings as well. So yeah, that's my secret.
Hey, no, it ain't a secret. I was looking at one of your pictures on Facebook the other day that you put up, and I thought, look at those brown stains in that. That's bloody. What's he done that with?
Dave,
There you go.
tell anyone, Dave.
Oh, you've been caught
No
out,
shit,
Lee.
man. I'm a bit rough around the edges, but you know what I mean. I tell you, but hey, I get the same satisfaction out of doing it, mate. You know, so it's like I see a picture, and you know, like, hey, you know, I just think to myself, if I ever run out of tobacco, I've got like 200 pages of stuff that you know,
It's very Jackson Pollock, mate. Jerry Jackson Pollock.
Well, yeah. Well,
Hey,
I love Jackson.
Have you guys tried playing around with digitally though? Have you guys tried playing around digitally? Is it like scary or not like it, or just the feeling is wrong, or?
Yeah, I do most of my stuff digitally now.
Yeah,
you do. Yeah. No, I have done it. Yeah, I do it, and I do my touch-ups in it. Of course, it's easier in that once you scan your art, and then you've got to change something. Just do it in the Clip Studio Paint with a tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once the first iPad came out, because I always walked around with a sketchbook with me and always drawing, and the first iPad came out and there was like no stylus support, and I just was like, I was drawing with my fingers and I was like, because like my sketchbooks were piling up, and I keep having to, because like, you know, I can't just carry paper with me everywhere I go, so most of the times I have to throw them away and stuff like that. And then now it's just, this thing's with me all the time, and I'm like, just even my finger, I'm fine. I'm just better just to, I can't go back to natural stuff. Like when I have to do events and do caricaturing, it's the only time I'll go to traditional media.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I'm just surprised. Like, I don't know, I'm just always curious to see how other people, like, some people like start, because I don't know, for me it was like, I always was frustrating that I can't tell you how many times I've ruined carpets and stuff with spilling India ink or something. So I do like the things, like first I was just getting fine liner tips, and then you know, when you read like, you know, magazines and you hear, professional inkers use India ink, oh la la. So I got like, try to teach myself with brushes and stuff like that, and then it was just, everything was just messy. It's still messy now, but at least there's no ink.
Yeah,
I reckon, mate, I don't think there's a right or wrong way, mate. I think as long as you're being creative and you find that comfortable realm that you're in, then man, if it lights a fire under your bum, then like, man, go for it, you know. So for me personally, I mean, being isolated and being 43 and only having just in July in 2020 released my first comic, I'm sort of like filled of questions that this opportunity allows me to ask what, you know, people brush, so, you know, like what we've been speaking about, because I haven't had that option of being able to, you know, go to my mate's place and say, mate, are you using a Faber-Castell, you know, like XS, you know, like, what do you think of the 250 gram paper, you know, like, they'd look at you like, dickhead, you know, like, just jump on the Xbox, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's what I'm appreciating about this, man. So I love hearing those sorts of stories, regardless of digital, you know, pen and paper, traditional, whatever you want to call it, as long as the output is creative and it's your thing, hell, man, do it.
What do you use, Zach? Sorry, Ed.
That's right.
Those.
Oh yeah, Uni
sorry.
pen. Yeah, I
find they don't bleed when markers hit them.
Yeah.
And I use markers to color
the copy.
And then I do little touch-ups in Photoshop and big, like, spaces, like skies and stuff in Photoshop.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much all by hand.
I have never used the Copics.
I don't use Copics. I use Graphic Pro Duo. I use Audi. Have a good mask they put out every now and a while. I use everything but Copics.
Oh, okay. I suppose I call Copic like a generic thing.
It's just an alcohol marker, really. It's all the same.
Yeah, right. What do you have there, Ed? What were you showing up?
When I do black and white stuff, they could do these ones. This is all hand lettered as well.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Well, I like the hand lettering. I reckon it's great.
Yeah, I use digital fonts for my superhero stuff, but I like to hand letter the black and white. But I use the Copic multiliners, and the Pigma microns are really good.
Yeah.
They're a good pen, man. I've used them in the past. They're a good pen.
I find they draw nicer on the paper.
Yeah,
but the Copics are really good too. And they're like this one's a 0.005 or 0.05.
Oh, they go pretty small. Oh,
yeah, it's really small. They break really easy too, but but that's how I was getting the really fine lines on the pants and stuff.
The shade there,
yeah.
Ed, when you were using those pens, man, did you find just pressing too hard was like screwing up the nibs? You know, pushing the nibs into.
Yeah, because I've got a pretty heavy hand, so they do wear out fairly quick.
Same.
That's why I've got a bit of brand. I used to use those, and before you know it, it's like they had no nib. You look at it, I broke it.
Yeah.
So I heard it.
While you guys were all talking, I finished my drawing. So.
Oh nice.
So there you guys go.
Oh yeah. Hang on.
Well, I thought it was finished before, mate.
No, I just added a bit more tones and shadows and stuff. So.
Yeah, excellent.
Well done, Alex.
So that'll go on Instagram today because I'm blocked on TikTok.
That's a nice one, Sloppy. Well done.
Too much twerking.
No, I don't know. Like they used to have, basically on TikTok, that was like whatever. I just put drawings of animations of cats, and that did okay. And then I had this older animation where I just had animated a Japanese schoolgirl lighting up her fart on fire, and that got like a lot of Koreans somehow super like I don't know,
went viral
debate. So I don't know why they were debating. So went viral, went a couple of 100,000 views. And then the other post went back to normal. And then every time I posted this girl fighting, it got a couple of 100,000 views. And I was like, all right. And so now I'm posting this all the time. And the first time I kind of got banned, and I told them, "Why you guys? What's the community guideline? It's just a girl fighting." And then it got they put it back on, but other people complained, but they stopped it. But I don't know what happened. They gave me a 1-week ban, and I wrote them. I was like, "Can you guys tell me what guideline I'm breaking so I don't do it again?" Because you guys said it's not the girl fighting, and that's all I'm posting. So I don't know. Couldn't post. So there you go. So, but I looked at my analytics. Most of them are like 8-year-old girls that follow my account. Like 60%. So that's my demo. That's my demo. Don't touch it. Don't want any competition.
Pete, what were you using on your page?
Who?
Me?
Peter.
Pete. I went to Officeworks and bought one of these mechanical pencils. Liked it just because it's comfortable. Really nothing special about it. So I bought like 30 more. So I never run out.
I liked it so much I bought the company.
Yeah.
But hey,
It's just nice and
you do find a pen you like, eh? Even the feel in your fingers and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, for sure.
And the refills are really cheap and easy to get. So I've got heaps of leads and the erasers.
Yeah.
It just works out really well. I always start with this. Whatever I'm doing, that's where I start. And then I usually go digital.
Oh, right.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. You scan it and then digital ink it.
Sometimes I just take a photo of it.
Oh, yeah.
And just load it that way.
Yeah. You got to be careful. You got it nice and square, though, when you take your photo. You don't have any dramas with that. You're happy with it all turns out? Or you can do that okay?
If it's a really particular picture, I'll scan it in if I really need it to be accurate. But usually it's more of a guide, like I sort of just rough it anyway.
Yep.
So if it doesn't go in perfect, it's fine.
Yeah.
So Peter, you actually have a scanner?
My sound is messing up. I know.
No, do you have a scanner or do you go someplace? Because I haven't seen a scanner for sale for years.
This is
Like a scanner. So my
See,
question's
yeah.
not that. It's not that important. If we can't get this through, I'm okay without the answer. Like, I'll sleep.
You hear
Everything
us,
all right,
Pete?
Peter?
No.
No, sound's cutting out, I think.
Mm.
I don't know. I think he's just being convenient. I asked the tough questions.
I'm having some technical difficulties if you can hear me.
We can
hear you.
Yes.
Blink twice if there's someone pointing a gun at you off camera.
Who can mine?
Oh, that's good.
He's dropped out. Yeah.
Do they still sell? I
well.
haven't seen a scanner for sale for a long time.
Look, Alex, look
I've seen
behind.
scanners. They're behind.
See the next to the TV, the black box.
Oh, you got one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a scan. It's
Oh, okay.
A3.
Okay.
I've got
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
right. That's
So if I
it.
could
Is it
move my
a printer
camera
as well?
mine.
Is it a printer
Yeah.
as well? So you can,
And you can print
okay.
on you can print the blue line onto like artboard as well because it's got the back feeding thing, so
okay.
you can ink onto
I
the.
need this in the nicest
blue lines.
possible way, Ed, and I truly do mean this in the nicest way. Fuck you.
What did I do?
Why is that? Why do
That
you
was
say
nice,
that?
Ed. Ed, you better send
What
him
did you do?
roses.
What did you do to Zach?
What did I do?
Blue lines, like fuck.
You could get it printed out at Officeworks on. If you
Very
had
true.
Oh, yeah.
it only cost
Too
you-
much.
That's a hike, and then they're incompetent and they don't know how to do things.
Yeah. It's
Nice ad for Officeworks. Excellent.
it's good to have everything within reach of my desk. You know, I can scan, I can color, I can draw everything just here. With my scanner's over here, my computer's in front of me, my drawing board's on my lap. That's what I draw on.
Did you make that yourself?
No, I got this through the mail order. Actually, I signed up for one of those how to be an illustrator. Or back in the, do you remember the Post magazine, Australian Post?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
And there
On
was
the
a
back of
picture
the-
as well.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
Post at the back
yeah.
on that page used
Woo,
to be.
Nelly,
right
do I
away.
remember them, Dave? I didn't see any drawing boards in there, though.
If you signed up to do the course, you got a drawing board.
I had a friend of mine actually won, the home bloke thing they used to do in the back. And yeah, my mate actually won like the $250 home bloke or whatever it was called.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Super dong of the month he was. That was like 25 years ago, and he's got kids now, and it's we're not allowed to mention it at all. Like when
It's on camera during the live
Is
stream.
it in front of
I
the
haven't
kids?
said his name.
Is it in front of the kids you're not allowed to, or just in front of him? Like, so when he goes away, can
in
you
front
tell
of
the
him,
kids?
but yeah, like I did a speech. I do a speech at all these like big, like I did one at his 20th, his 30th, his 40th, and every time, and I was like, oh, there's always that time where he won that, and then just look over and get the grimace. But those in the know, we have a laugh. Yeah.
You still got a copy of that issue, though?
No, I never got it. I never heard about it till after the fact. Yeah,
that's a shame.
yeah
You'll probably get one on eBay or something.
Yeah, he knew he would win because he's well endowed, and so he got the money and didn't tell anyone. But then his boss, who was cool with it, but his boss was a subscriber to the magazine and was just like, "Oh, I know that penis."
How close was that working relationship, Rob? I want to work there, mate.
That's right. Exactly. I'd be, bit sus on there.
Yeah. Can I have a raise? No, it looks like you've already got one, mate.
Hey, did that come out in the job interview or a couple of weeks later?
Yeah.
Bloody
You
hell.
got some balls showing up to work today, mate. I've seen. I mean, yeah, when he was fired, his boss gave him the shaft. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. No, it hit. Don't worry.
Hey, Rob,
Don't let
you're
the
a
other crowd and groaning
you're a
discourage you.
musician, eh?
Luckily,
Think you
didn't get a
day job,
severance
mate.
package.
Yeah, I do have a bongo in the other room. If you give me a minute.
Cool.
Ah, dear.
Oh,
Well,
I
note,
bet-
maybe we'll
Well, guys,
wrap up.
Thanks for waiting for me to finish my drawing, by the way.
Oh,
That's
not a
okay.
problem, Alex. Not a problem. Well, thank
No
you
problem,
to
Alex. You're champion, mate. Good on you.
yeah. I'll go through the list here as you are on the screen. So, thank you, Ed. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Rob. I won't thank myself. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Peter, who got kicked out. And thank you, Duncan, for trying to get on and not being able to because your iPad just refused to let you on.
yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's
Thanks,
a shame.
Shane, for hosting.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Ed.
thanks, Shane.
Thanks,
Good
Shane.
on you,
Thanks.
mate.
Thank you, Shane.
Been
Thanks,
fun.
It was
mate.
a great pleasure to meet all of you guys. I hope the
Yeah.
absolute best comes from
Yeah.
all of your endeavours. Good on you, because you're champions.
Thanks, mate, and back at you. And
Yeah,
All right,
hope
good on you, bro.
Okay, next week of drawing a giraffe in a trench coat.
all right.
Yes.
Forward to
You can suffer
I look
too.
forward to those.
it. So,
Cool.
See you,
guys.
everyone.
See you guys later.
Thank you.
Cheers.
fellas.
Take
Take
care.
it
Bye-bye.
easy.
Bye-bye.
See ya.